Hello, this is Janet16 and today we got a classic unboxing. First of all, I want to apologise that this video will not be done on a tripod. The tripod that I use for the camera, which is only a small tripod, it's a mini one, it literally snapped when I was setting this up. So I'm quite annoyed, but it's good that I'm going shopping today because I can pick up another. So yeah, I'm quite annoyed with that, so please bear with me that I'm holding the camera. I will have to pause it in places so I can unbox and that. But yeah, so my tripod broke, so here we go. So it's a special classic unboxing, a very special one actually, because it's the first ever train set I had. And here it is, the Volvo Rambler. Now, the story behind this is back in, I'm not sure, 100% sure on the date, but it would have been 97 or 98. 1997 or 1998. Maybe 1996 Christmas, I'm not too sure. Anyway, I always watched Thomas the Tank when I was younger. To be quite honest, I watch it now and then now, but only the old stuff, not the terrible animated series that's on telly, where they've kind of ruined it. But I was pretty much obsessed with Thomas Tank. The only train sets I had was the Clockwork Thomas trains, which I believe Hornby still made. It was Hornby's train stuff. They still made that, which I got an unboxing of one of them coming. So, stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see that. I have got an original set I picked up a few years ago. But I asked my mum and dad, I said, I want an electric train set. I can't remember how I saw them. I must have seen them in, the Argos catalogues because we used to go through them as kids and say, oh, we want that, and that's probably how I saw it. So we went into Toys R Us and I actually showed my mum and dad the one I wanted. Now, the one I wanted was this one, the Smoky Joe train set. The box was a lot older than this. I don't know what the box art used to look like, but I'm sure it's pretty similar set. But yeah, I really wanted the Smoky Joe train set. And then waking up Christmas morning, this is what I opened up. Now, I remember saying what happened to Smoky Joe set, and they said, oh, Santa couldn't get it, it was sold out. So I had to deal with this. But I was still really pleased because in the end of the day, I really wanted an electric train set. So yeah, I had this one. And the little engine, behind another bit behind the story is, we had a lot of problems with it. If I remember rightly, the engine kept stopping, kept having problems with it. And we took it back, and I can't remember how we did it, but we kept the engine. We didn't put the engine in the box. So when I got the net set, I had two of these engines, and the net set I got, the engine was in a darker red. It was the same engine and everything, same livery, but it was a little bit darker. So I don't know what happened now, but yeah, I remember that. I can remember doing that. So yeah, that was interesting. Also, that was interesting with this set is the track mat was different. I don't know if you guys see that, but you got a long side and this side, and the sheds that are just straight off on a single track, and then you got the station in the middle of the two tracks here. To me, that's a better layout. To me, that's a lot better than what they was doing a couple of years ago. So I like that. I don't think we ever got to a point where we'll buy all the track to make this layout. I don't think I ever came to that. We just put my dad bought me a shed. We had a little shed in the garden, only a small one. It was probably about 4 foot long, and I remember having board in it and a bit of track, nothing special. And it was just, I think it was two ovals, and I rarely used it. To be quite honest, at that time I wasn't really into buying model trains. I had two engines, but I didn't really use it. But from that Christmas onwards, I had a train every year, a locomotive, and 4 locomotives I ever had. I had this one, I had a little J3979, I'm not too sure now. I had one of them. I had a Collet by Mainline, a Royal Scot by Bachmann, and Saint Frusquin and A3 from Hornby. So if we flip it over, there's the layout on the back. As you can see, Flying Scotsman on that. He's usually on the layout. I never had Flying Scotsman until the middle of the 2000s, 2002, 3 maybe. No, 2004 actually I had Flying Scotsman. Maybe later than that, I can't really remember that. Yeah. So this is not the original train set I had, I must point that out. This is a train set that I bought off eBay because mine, in those days, we didn't keep the boxes to anything. Which is a little bit of a pain, but yeah, we did not keep the boxes. Same with like remote control cars. Me and my brother had Scalextrics. We never kept the boxes. We just chucked the boxes, and that was it really. So it's a shame, but I did pick this one up pretty cheap off eBay not so long ago. I want to try and get another in better condition. The box is actually in really good condition for its age. That's the only damage down here on the box. But anyway, I'm chattering on. Let's open it up and let's have a look. Okay, we've opened it up, and the first things you would notice is it comes with this, the Hornby train set owner's manual, which, all in fairness, I can't remember having this with the set. But again, it shows you how to build a layout, uncoupling ramps, stuff like that. Here's the controller. And this is, I would say, around the first time they started making these controllers, because I can't remember having this. And I probably still got it done, a box in the shed with all my junk track and that. So, yeah. Here's the wagons and locomotive. The wagon that really stood out to me was the tanker. That's my favourite one. And I still have all of this, by the way. I still have the loco, the wagons. The loco's in a bit of a sorry state. The engine corroded on it. It's not really a run loco, but I can put a shell on it and have it on display. So I have got my first ever loco. And as for this wagon, he's currently in the drawer. The wagon's in good condition. I think the only damage is the tanker. The tanker's ladders come loose at the top here. And I did glue it, but it came unstuck again, so that's a bit of a problem. But never mind. And then you got two of these track clips. When I bought this off eBay, I was told that it was only used once, and I can see that. I mean, the loco is, everything's really good condition. The polystyrene's not really damaged, where, you know, a lot of people's gone in and ripped it out. And I can remember actually cutting this polystyrene out on my original set, trying to fit my Backerman J39 in, just to put it in the box so I could take it over to my nan's instead of this loco. I remember doing that. And I cut this polystyrene out to fit it in. We got track, first radius. Don't really matter with a little 040 locomotive, which we'll have a look at. Let's have a look. The loco is, like I said, really good condition. As soon as I get my next layout done, we'll get him going on the layout. I'm not sure what class this was based on. Is it based on a real locomotive? I'm not really sure, but you know what? It's a nice livery. I'm not sure what ER stands for. Eastern Region, maybe. But yeah. No sprung buffers on this model. The little wagon, Cheltenham, which was nice because, you know, Cheltenham's not that far away from me. It's only it's about a 45-minute drive, not too far. I usually go there now and then to the Cheltenham model shop. But a nice little wagon. Like I said, mine's mint. I'm not gonna get them out today and show you because all my train stuff's been packed away because of the new layout. Tanker. Is the tanker castor oil? I can't really remember. Yeah, so the tanker is castor oil. Again, really nice tanker. I really like this tanker. And I've since actually bought quite a few of these. I probably have about 5 of them. And the plan is that they're going to be weathered up slightly. And, you know, put on the layout. And then this one, which is a hopper. Quite nice. I believe it's the first time Hornby started producing these as well. So yeah, that's it for the actual layout. Now, am I going to build the track up and that today to show you it running? Yes. So if you've hanged around this long, please hang around a little bit longer. I'll get this built up and let's see it running. Okay, so here we go. We've set up the track and it's a good size. I mean, you can see here, it's 2 basic straights and 2 curved areas. And, you know, it's a good size layout. I never had this set up in my bedroom, in my old house, because our bedroom was too small. However, we had a massive landing, and I can always remember setting it up on the landing, right at the top of the stairs. Not the best thing to do, because, you know, tripping over and that, but it was alright. I never had no track with it, like extra track. I had the layout track, but I never had no more, not until I had my shed later on and that. So this is kind of what I had, and it was fine. I had hours and hours of fun with it. Once we got another one and made sure it worked properly, because we kept having problems with it stopping and everything. Now I think of it, it was probably because we was running on carpet. So, you know. But one thing I will say is when I had this train set, one of the things that put my parents off of me having one is because it was only about three or, well, it would have been about 3 years I had had my pacemaker. And for those of you who don't know what a pacemaker is, I'm not going to go do it in this video, but a lot of you would know that magnets are not allowed near a pacemaker. Now, one of the main things with these locomotives is they have magnets. They ain't really powerful, but they do have magnets in them. And it's the same with a motor. Now, when I was growing up, because there was not that many people, well, in fact, there was no one in our area, anyone that we knew who had a pacemaker. No one. And we definitely didn't know one who had a pacemaker and a model railway and train set. So it was quite a thing, and I was always careful. I kept it away from me. I held it like that. I never hug it and everything. But that was something I had to be careful of. And, you know, I can go into loads of things I had to be careful of with my pacemaker back then. But now I'm older, I know what I would do. We went to the hospital. I had a pacemaker change in 2000 and I would say it's 2002, and my dad bought me the Pendolino train set, which again, that's something we'll look at in a later video, is when Dad pulled in the Pendolino and brought it into hospital, and the doctors saw it and they was like telling me, oh, powerful magnets, and they was fine. They said you should be absolutely fine with it. So that was a big relief. But anyway, we're going here to see the train. Here's the controller. It's a basic setup. I plugged the wires into the track using everything from the box, and so here we go. Okay, so it's noisy, but to be honest, so was my old one. I remember a noisy engine. Okay, so there we go. He's running nicely. And if I just stand up, there we go. I also didn't mention that it came with all original track mat, the stuff that come out back in that time, the wagons and that, and yeah, there's a nice little track pack. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. But there we go. It's running nicely, and I'll leave it running for a bit. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm just going to stop the train so you can hear me. Okay, so yeah. So thanks for watching. That's a look at and a bit of a story behind my first ever train set. Obviously, you know I'm still into the hobby. I'm up to 150 locos roughly. Mainly BR. I build BR model railways now. I'm currently designing today and building an East Coast part of the East Coast Main Line. I did mention in the video that the last layout update, it probably not be based on anywhere real. I've changed my mind. It's going to be based on somewhere real. So yeah, so I'm still in the hobby. I've got loads of locos, loads of wagons, something like 500 plus wagons now. 100 and some of them are coal wagons. And I think it's around 180 coaches. So yeah, I'm a mad collector. I love my model railways. This is what started it. Well, Thomas Tank really started it, but this is what kind of started it for me. So thanks for watching, and we'll have more Fun and Classic series soon. Bye for now.